There are many reasons why Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves is a great film, but I think that a key reason why I and many others loved it is because the film did something that many popular Hollywood films have failed to do in their recent years.
That's one pudgy dragon.
Which is to balance the level of comedy with key emotional developments and not ruin meaningful moments between characters with forced jokes. The film manages to give us heartfelt moments between the varying crew members while still giving us hilarious parts where they mock one another without using crude or disrespectful jokes.
Nope. Right over the rock.
The character relationships feel natural and unforced, such as the lacking of any romantic stereotype between the two main characters of opposite genders, even though Holga fills the role of a mother for Edgin's daughter. Another example is Simon and Doric's romance, where Simon isn't constantly trying to hit on Doric and being rejected throughout the film to make the audiences laugh. The film doesn't overdo the comedy or force one-liners into emotional conversations where it doesn't belong.
And I did leave you.
But rather allowing those moments to entertain through sincere emotional developments between the characters. A perfect example of this is a scene where Holga meets her ex-husband Marleman. The scene is set up to be comedic due to Mini Cooper being an emotionally tender person who is half the size of Holga's massively built character that is always brutally honest, but the film does not exploit the setup for cheap laughs and instead focuses on the character's feelings and the specifics as to why their relationship did not work out and how to move on amicably from a separation where one person is still latching on. The scene begins with humor as we see Mini Cooper open up the door, but morphs into maturity and understanding between two adults going their separate ways in life. The filmmakers could easily have inserted one-liners or dumb quips into the scene about Mini Cooper's height, but instead chose to show a real-life situation and character growth. This is rare in today's blockbuster films where silly jokes are squeezed into serious scenes that they don't belong in to ruin the scene's emotional beat and tone. That is precisely why this particular scene subverts the audience's expectations, who initially expect comedy after seeing Mini Cooper, but what the audiences got instead was something real that they enjoyed far more than if the scene had been geared towards comedy. That sort of tone felt present in the entirety of the film. There were many moments where a typical blockbuster would have undermined the emotional aspect of a scene with a cheap gag that we've heard or seen many times before. But the characters' emotions here are treated with respect throughout the film, allowing them to inhabit a world where humor coexists with genuine emotion without compromising the integrity of the narrative or the intricacies of its world building. As a result, the film's heartfelt moments never feel shallow or diluted by unnecessary humor to dumb it down. It boasts a sincerity and depth that resonates where it counts. As a result of this, you feel Holga's anger and loss as she loses the one person she loves, but she does not create a scene or mock Mini Cooper's decision, and as she respects it. Edwin sees this and could have easily said something like "I told you so" because he was against Holga visiting her ex-husband, or he could have made a cringy joke to cheer her up, but he instead simply begins to sing to make her feel better because she is not the type of person to open up about her feelings. He sings the same tune that he has sung throughout their countless experiences together, such as during the prison scene. His song expresses his love and support for her, not in a romantic way, but as a brother being there for his sister after a rough breakup. Instead of snapping at him, Holga actually controls her anger and sings with him. This is a beautiful scene that shows both the characters' level of maturity and their friendship, which is motivational. By the end of the scene, Holga finds a sense of closure and the film continues on to the next chapter. Overall, the film knows when there is a time for comedy.
In other words, Forge is a real son of a bitch.
So you blame his mother for his corruption?
And when it should not be injected unnecessarily into a scene. This is a sign of good filmmaking, which separates it from many other blockbusters nowadays. The film is very funny when it needs to be, but also emotional and sentimental when it needs to be. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to give me a boost. Have a great day.
Well, that's a little hurtful.